Strange New Worlds wedding just combined two classic Star Trek episodes. In a franchise built on exploration, diplomacy, and the occasional existential crisis, weddings are rare in Star Trek. When they do happen, they tend to carry far more weight than simple romance. That's exactly why Star Trek Strange New Worlds delivered one of its most memorable moments yet. A wedding that doesn't just celebrate love, but cleverly fuses together the DNA of two classic Star Trek episodes in a way that feels both nostalgic and refreshingly new. What makes this wedding stand out isn't just who's getting married. It's how the ceremony itself becomes a storytelling device, echoing some of the most beloved themes from earlier series. In doing so, Strange New Worlds proves once again that it understands Star Trek history not as a crutch, but as a foundation to build something meaningful. A ceremony rooted in tradition and chaos. From the moment the wedding preparations begin, things feel slightly off. This isn't the polished, serene ceremony you might expect aboard the USS Enterprise. Instead, there's tension, humor, and a looming sense that something bigger is at play. That tonal balancing act immediately recalls Star Trek, the Next Generation's episode Data's Day, where the android officer Data navigates the complexities of a human wedding while chaos unfolds elsewhere on the ship. Like that episode, Strange New Worlds uses the wedding as a lens to explore character relationships. The ceremony becomes less about the event itself and more about what it reveals: vulnerabilities, cultural differences, and the quiet, unspoken bonds between crew members. But that's only half the story. Echoes of a more complicated love story. Layered beneath the humor and heartfelt moments is a deeper, more dramatic thread, one that calls back to Star Trek. Deep Space Nine's "You Are Cordially Invited." In that episode, Worf and Jadzia Dax's wedding isn't just a union of two people. It's a collision of cultures, expectations, and personal histories. Strange New Worlds channels that same energy. The ceremony is infused with cultural rituals that feel specific, sometimes even alien, forcing characters to confront traditions that don't always align with their own values. There's friction here, and it's intentional. The show leans into the idea that love in the Star Trek universe is rarely simple. It's negotiated, challenged, and ultimately strengthened by those challenges. Character work disguised as celebration. What elevates this wedding beyond a simple homage is how it deepens the characters we've come to know. Much like in Data's Day, where we see the crew through Data's uniquely analytical perspective, Strange New Worlds uses the ceremony to shift viewpoints and give us new insights. Friendships are tested. Loyalties are reaffirmed. Even characters who aren't directly involved in the wedding find themselves changed by it. That ripple effect is something Star Trek has always done well, using personal moments to reflect larger truths about humanity and the many species that coexist with it. There's also an undercurrent of uncertainty. In true Star Trek fashion, happiness is never entirely secure. External pressures, whether political, technological, or emotional, threaten to disrupt the ceremony. This tension mirrors the stakes.